think I got everything situated. Let's go. Last chapter. I don't know what to bring. Oh, right. That's right. I'm doing fighting. I don't know what to bring. I should have paid attention. Yeah, I honestly cannot afford to fool around. Can only hope this will work out. Uh-huh. That's a problem, though. I don't know. Not sure if you could. I'm pretty sure there's even certain things that Enigma couldn't do, though. In terms of making people happy. I don't just mean legally. I mean just in general. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. It does not create anything for itself. Huh. Jeez. Huh. Oh boy. You put up quite the struggle, Fuxia Pingrai. You yourself have failed to disappoint, Smoky Goddess Shangri-La. Ah! It is apparent we have now entered an all-new phase of this long stagnating game. One in which the value of the trophy has profoundly capsized. Not for the world representatives, per se, but for the world. The trophy has once again become the world's enemy. We representatives are not the only ones impacted. The trophy has come all this way in an attempt to save the mentor who looked after him. It's no wonder the trophy went into shock upon experiencing the hatred embodied within the fragment he recently met. Now the chances of the trophy having enough force of will to move forward are practically nil. Calm now! At least have the courtesy to refer to him properly while in his presence. Treat him with a little compassion and call him by his name, will you? The majority of representatives have until now shown nothing but compassion for the trophy, including me. Have we? It always rang a bit more like condescension to me. A sentiment supported by your words now, I dare say. Like dangling spiders silk from the heavens and inviting him to climb, but only if he deemed worthy. And also only as long as he remained powerless to affect the world. And should he not comply, you would have no qualms watching him fall into the abyss again and again. I mean, at least Catoblepas respects me. To the degree of just wanting to fight. To many of the world representatives, this game is truly little more than that. A game. A fight of fancy without consequence. Compared to the unforgiving cruelty of the real world, it has proven to be an excellent diversion. Any unforeseen or ill-fated occurrence can be reset, and in the end, perhaps you could even win that coveted trophy. And have a loved one you thought had been banished forever to at long last return to your side, no less. Yes, this game is an escape for most of us. We get to compete for a prize in a distant land while guaranteeing the safety and sanctity of ourselves, our lands, and our beliefs. But That's all changed now, hasn't it, Fuchsie? It has, for the results of this game are no longer quite so black and white. It's no longer a matter of winning the trophy or not. The line between victory and defeat have become blurred, as you say, with gray added to the mix. What once was a dilemma is now a trilemma. What an interesting turn of phrase that is, Representative. It is precisely that. Oh, trilemma? Did not expect you here, Ch.12. Yes, the word has just recently come to my attention. Do you know anything about it, Ch.12? I'm just glad to hear you're okay. I haven't heard from you in so long. I was beside myself with worry, you know. I have been preoccupied with some things of late, but that is of little consequence. Are you familiar with this term or not? Sorry. I let my emotions get the better of me for a moment. I'm happy to explain, but if you don't understand right away, please don't worry. I can break it down further. A trilemma is a matter of some concern which a person must choose one of three options. So, like being at a crossroads. Can you give me an example? Let's see. I do believe I first heard of it from an associate professor at a symposium on AI in Tokyo. Are you familiar with AI, Alice? Artificial intelligence? They're like machines that can work in our place. There are still numerous issues to iron out with them, but consider what could happen if such technology continues to develop. If this intelligence develops well beyond our capabilities, it may begin to do things we can't even comprehend. And should that level of development be reached, we may be faced with a trilemma in regards to AI. We may have to choose to do away with one of three things: self-worth, world peace, or freedom of choice. This may be tougher to explain than I thought. Wait just one moment. Let me see if I can make it clearer for you. AI is a technology capable of learning much faster than a person could ever hope, and can work forever without ever getting tired. And it can also learn to replicate itself, so its numbers will grow larger and larger at an incredible rate. It may grow so exponentially that each person will have an AI available for them to use. What do you think would happen then? Everyone could just use the AI to get things done, and we wouldn't have to work anymore. That's right. No more work. No more all-nighters. A dream come true in one sense. AI would be able to solve any and every problem. It could create world peace, allowing us to live our lives as we please. But now consider this. What if the state of being were to continue unchecked? It could turn into a grave problem over time. If the work of AI should prove better than our own across the board, what value could we continue to offer? We would no longer need even each other. We could rely wholly on AI for everything. There are so many games that have just essentially touched on this in various degrees. It would be a future in which we'd have lost our worth, or, to put it another way, lost our purpose. Without self-reliance, self-respect would fall away too. Our very identities would begin to hold no meaning. I'm sure if we tried to, though, we could outdo the AI in the end, right? You're quite the Spartan, Alice. Yes, let's continue with that thought experiment. Any war waged against the AI would surely be a gruesome one, producing as many losers as winners on our side. Of course, there are winners and losers in any war, but a war of this magnitude would be much crueler than any we've yet seen. And it would ultimately come down to choosing self-worth and freedom of choice over world peace. Oh, yeah. I hadn't thought of that. I take it back then. We should just let the AI handle anything. Everything. I mean, why not? Well, that tips the scales in a different direction. Would that mean we are all using AI, or would the AI be using us? Isn't that like the Matrix, the theory that the Matrix is based on? If they should reach a caliber of intelligence far beyond our own, it isn't hard to imagine that they would become our masters. Certainly, we could not maintain our self-worth and achieve world peace as well. But if we were to accept AI as our rulers, so to speak, we would be sacrificing our freedom of choice. You see now, a future with AI is a future in which we must face this trilemma head on. So, was that clear enough? Do you understand the concept now, Alice? It was very clear, thank you. And I now understand that I don't really need to understand anything you just said. What? I just spent 10 minutes talking, and you just discarded it. What? After all the effort I went through to simplify things for you? Exactly. Well, I mean, it sounds like no matter what happens, we're all just going to be made to do stuff for someone else, right? But my job isn't to sit back, waiting to take orders, nor is it to guess motives. My job is to shake things up, keep things interesting, and keep things moving. Now, it's time to go, Jambavon. I know how much you enjoy having things to do. Things to do? What? Are you going to change someone's reality into a dream again? That's right, but this time's going to be a special challenge, since the target can do the very same. Excuse me? My target this time is a fellow game master, namely the one and only Sanat Kumara. He is the one usually paired with Lian Sine of the Entertainers, and things may just stand to get a bit hostile. With him bearing the same rule of memory manipulation as I, he could turn the tables on us before we even knew it. Why would you? What happened? What's happened? This is all rather sudden. Oh, for the love of... That's what I'm trying to figure out, okay? Did you receive orders from another member of the Game Masters? Can't believe you're being asked to fight one of your own. Oh, is this why you were asking about the trilemma? Does that have something to do with it? Tell me, Alice, am I right? You always have been a sharp one, but I swear, that little girl and her cold blank stare... At least show the slightest sign of inner turmoil when you're fighting your own siblings, for goodness sake. Only 1 out of 3 options will permit further progression. I'd already understood that, but... It must have something to do with the largely collaborative relationship we prodigies have had thus far. We've always at least worked as one in support of the game's continuance. But from this point forward, we'll have to compete with one another. only one of us will be allowed to survive. Alice, under house arrest as she is, has been informed. At this stage, there is no other option. The invaders are no longer on the side of continuance. They clearly would not hesitate to eliminate the trophy. And that can mean only one thing. If the guildmaster of the invaders intends to follow through with this stance, then they must be trying to bring this loop to an end. Self-work, world peace, freedom of choice. One of these three notions must be abandoned. Smoky Gun, I hear that you once advocated for world peace. You have also held freedom of choice in high esteem, to discard all attachments and follow the road to paradise, or to embrace those attachments and seek the path of endless strife. Both options are and ever have been available to you. So that leaves just one notion remaining. Perhaps you could call this karma, Smoky Gun? As the representative of Shangri-La, the descendant prince from the sun which never sets, I engrave my name unto thee. So the claws are out then. Very well, shall we dance? I, Fuchsia Penguin, engrave my name onto thee in kind. Wheel of Fortuity, Heavenly Compass. And I'm still caught in the middle, by the way. Smoky Got, you've won? Is it over? Now, it is your time to choose. Stand up and face me. Just do what you have to do. Imagine extending one's hand to a dear companion, offering them your support and safety, only to be rejected. Trusting and believing in that companion, only for them to become your enemy. Doesn't matter anymore. I don't care anymore. Stand up and face me.
Come on! Come here! Come on! Come on! Come here! Come here! Come here! Come on! Come on! Come here! Come here! Come on! Come on! ネオご主人つかめネオご主人様ネオ様Come on! つかめみんなで盛り上がりましょう Are you coming? つかめご主人様ネオさご主人様ネオご主人様ネオサマスがネオサマスがネオサ負けないよつかめご主人様がカモご主人様Are you coming? ネオご主人様ネオサマスネオつかめご主人様Come on! Are you...ネオご主つかめネオつかめつかめご主人様がCome on! つかめ 目を覚まつか静まぬ大義その一族が多い主人様が守ってくれてる Are you coming? これドゥしちゃうぞ Are you captive? ダメですよなんとドゥしちゃうぞ危ねえからさ俺から離れんじゃねえぞドゥしちゃうドゥしちゃうぞいいねナイスアブダクション
Yeah, that battle, you cannot attack Smoky God for like 7 turns. You have to wait that out. Because he just essentially takes no damage and will just hit you back. I was born into a family of royalty. Blessed with riches and gifted with the literary and military arts, and endowed with great beauty. I spent my life preaching against wicked notions in favor of doing only what is good and righteous. However, all of this was in vain, knowing that this world is empty and barren. My old friend, Azura, long have I dreamed of this empty dream. Pray that you are saved, and that we may one day live in that world together again. I have waited 5,670,000,000 years, but I have never stopped believing that one day the time will come when everything can be saved. This is one attachment I cannot discard. It is like a phantom that haunts me each night. It is my final vision. But all those I hold dear have left me and dispersed, each to follow a separate path. Old friend, long have I dreamed of an innocence so pure. In Shangri-La, the worldly paradise, it is believed that all things are divided into good and evil alone. How could there be an alternative to this dualism after all? What would the potentially third factor even be called? I was once presented these questions, and my answer was, call it unaligned. For what is unaligned is neither good nor evil. It contributes nothing. It deigns neither to judge nor comprehend. It merely is. At one point in time, the mere act of labeling you evil and driving you away was enough to save the world. But as time marches on, the world expands and grows more complex, and the unaligned swell in number. I have already found my answer. So it is your turn now, my friend. I can only but reiterate that you cannot rely on others to save you. You must save yourself. Yet, there is someone in my memories who persistently questions that notion, resurrecting the regret of my youth. Azura, my old friend, whose very name means demon, fallen from grace. You have become something neither good nor evil. What is it that I should call you? What is it that you are? Shall I call you unaligned? Even should it imply that you are insignificant, it would be a sad fate indeed to bear such a title. I have wanted to save you. I truly believe I wanted to save you, but it seems I have reached my end. Smokey God? What? There is a limit to what a mere human, a creature unlike a dragon, can do. Particularly after billions of loops. And when faced with such an end, it is inevitable that some part of that human will cross beyond that limit. A human? Smokey God is a human? Yes. Don't let his name fool you. It would seem as though he manipulated the gates and even the app itself. He bore his own future self as a disguise, taking up the mantle of bodyguard, and enduring tens of thousands, even hundreds of millions of loops. He managed to evade the trappings of the loop system entirely. Perhaps he is the only one who could. Given enough time, he surely could have become an enlightened being like the Buddha. But in this loop, in this Tokyo, he was no more than a young world representative, a human being. Smokey God, find him let it hit his limit, huh? A bit like someone else I knew. It was his own doing. You needn't have gotten him involved. But all that is irrelevant now, my sister. At long last, we are all alone together again, here in the final paradise. This is your last place of refuge. There is nowhere else that is safe. Housamo, was it? Were you behind all this? No, I simply allowed it all to happen. I abandoned this world which sought to cause you harm. I couldn't care less about the world outside of here. As long as we're together, nothing else matters. So, you didn't spread that video? You didn't corral me into Akihabara? As I said, my sister, that was not my doing. I simply watched as it transpired. You could have done something about that, though. But as a result, we have made the absolute best of the absolute worst. Believe me, there was no other option. There are plenty of options! You need only ask yourself, could you have endured this otherwise? Could you endure everyone around you becoming a party to the upending of the world? Could you endure the tragedy? It won't be long now until a revolution occurs here in Tokyo. The incoming transients will soon outnumber the citizens. And when that happens, the customs of other worlds will paint over reality as we know it in this walled garden. Battles will begin to spread outside of the battle zones of the app, within which they were restricted. Ordinary citizens will get caught up in the conflicts among the representatives. And all of this should, by right, orbit around you, dear sister, with those caught in its pull suffering quite gravely. That is why your escape from Shinjuku Academy was truly the best possible option. That is why you were guided to the conflict neutral zone of Akihabara. You mitigated the fallout to others by cutting off contact with them, and now I've created this haven as your final hideaway. The Bagua encampment was prepared, the trap was set, and the enigmas were disposed of upon completion of their task. Now, no further representatives can enter our haven so easily. There is value in the deepest bowels of this digital paradise, and whoever lays claim to it first is the clear victor. Granted, we were not able to keep Smokey God away, but that It's merely because he is another king of Kunlun. Besides which, his actions here and the surpassing of those bounds progress entirely as expected. My sacred artifact shows me the future, and with it shall be the one to checkmate this game. So, what do you want to do with me exactly? What's your true motivation here? I've been rather clear about that, I thought. My only motive here has always been to secure your return. Nua, my dear sister, my beloved sister who once lived with me here in Kunlun. You have been with others, but such frivolities are of no concern anymore. Still, you haven't changed one bit, have you? Always running around, trying desperately to fix a world that's already doomed? But this filthy world knows no shame. The way they treated you is unconscionable. They speak hollow words of apology as they abandon you to your fate. I've seen it happen tens of thousands of hundreds of millions of times, over and over and over and over. The world representatives talk a good game, but in the end, they always choose their own interest over you. Take that foul man, Kyoma Mononobe. You've heard the vitriolic words he directed your way, no? Why would he treat you with such kindness while harboring such strong hatred for you this entire time? No doubt the feelings which he kept inside were his genuine ones. Otherwise, why would he hide them in the first place? No matter how desperately you may have wanted to save him, you cannot ignore the truth of who he really is. But all of that is behind you now. You've come to terms with it, I trust, no? You've accomplished so much, my dear sister. Now it's time to relax. Come, I prepared a warm bed for you. There's no need to further struggle. Allow me to take care of you now. Your every whim shall be realized. You may erase every worry from your mind. Never again forced to make a difficult decision. Doesn't that sound lovely? That's my little sister, as adamant as ever. But that is one of your more charming points, I dare say. It's so good to have you back, my dear little sister. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Huh? We're already streaming? I'm not ready. What? I know that voice. Huh? We're already streaming? I am not ready. Ow! $10, that hurt. Okay, I can do this. Hello, everyone. My name is Catoblepas. I'm a cosplayer in Akihabara. I'm a little nervous. This is my first time ever live stream, but I hope you'll all be so kind as to listen to me. Okay, Liancine, you're up. Cue the music. My, he really is quite the looker. Won't take much for him to charm the world, that's for sure. First, I want to tell you about the insecurity I've struggled with for a long time. What? No! Catoblepas, you've got to hit them right away with the good stuff! Make with an impact! I've never believed in myself. Doing cosplay was the only thing that ever gave me courage. With cosplay, I could confront the world. But I started to think, is it really okay to hide my true self? Part of me felt like I could express who I really am through cosplay. But part of me felt like I was just disguising myself. Yet in time, I stopped thinking like that because that was never my true self after all. Not all of it anyway. Not everything was about cosplay or no cosplay. Whoa! You really showed them, Kresnik. We make a surprisingly good team. I never believed I would one day be fighting alongside you, Sandayu. This sure wouldn't have happened in the past. But the fight isn't over yet, so don't let your guard down. Close your eyes, old friend. Do not resist. Give in to the revolution. You needn't bear any further burdens. Above all your sins and transgressions upon another's shadow. Absolve all your sins and transgressions upon another's shadow. When next you awake, you will become an adherent to my cause. After erring so grievously for so long, it is now time to choose the righteous path. What's all this shadow talk? It sounds like that not Orkyo Kami. So this is the road you've taken. You've allowed your father's shadow to cast itself over your life. But then, you've always been haunted by a shadow, haven't you, Masanori? I regret ever telling you of my past, Kresnik. My real father never loved me, and his replacement deceived me. And I've been piling up I've just been piling sin upon heart-wrenching, irreversible sin ever since. How can I not hate this world? How can I not hate myself? How can I not push my sins onto others? We just had one more pair of hands. We could pull ourselves out of this deadlock. What happened, Mr. Kresnik? You were killing it with those sick moves earlier. You were killing it with those sick moves earlier, but now you're not looking quite so hot. Ellie, I thought I told you to stay behind. Are you intending to try and save the day, little girl? I would advise you to stay out of grown folks' business. Oh, please! Like I care about revolution and battles and all that junk. So listen up, Masanori Daikaku Nomura. I have a message for you. A message? Yeah, not from your real dad, though. And definitely not from his replacement. But from someone else. Oh, God, Fuchsie. Survived for 5 turns. I developed a survival team just for this. hope it works. In all honesty, that's all I hope for, is like, I hope it works. Each. Within the mountains of Kunlun. Oh no. Oh man. So would that be what the heck's her name? I haven't seen her in so long, I forgot her name. Would that be Hakumen? Oh, this is starting to ring bells for me. Hmm. Just one day his sister decided not to come back. There is nothing left for you to try and fix. There is no more need for you to throw yourself in harm's way. Perhaps you are still not convinced of the truth about your old teacher? Then behold. On the surface, he was your friend and mentor. Beneath the surface lurked the unclean, the impure specter you saw earlier. Feelings of anger, hatred, and disdain were ever festering just behind his caring veneer. If I were to be granted one final wish, I would ask to see you and your classmates graduate. Nothing would bring me more joy than to see you escape the clutches of this unending cycle and head out into the world to make your mark on it. For now, however, you should go back and rest. Let sleep and relaxation wash away your mental and physical fatigue. And thank you for coming to see me, Brandon. I hate you! I wish you had never come into my life, Brandon. Everything involving you was a mistake. I want you to return that ring to me now. I should have never given you a place to stay. I should have turned you away at the very moment I first saw you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Hate you. I hate you. I hate you, Brandon. Consider these sides to represent the two sides of Kyoma Matanobe, the surface and the ulterior, the visible and the hidden. Which side do you think represents his true nature? Let me ask a different question then. Why do you believe he would have something to hide in the first place? If his hatred and contempt for you were not true, then he would never have had anything to hide at all. Don't you see? I still don't know. What is there not to know? The answer is clear as day, right before your very eyes. No more. Let us put the matter aside for good. Your game is over now. It is time for you to rest. Do you know how long I've waited for you and Kunlun? Do you understand how dearly I long for you to return? Hey, Enigma! I know you can hear me. Come out and show your face. $10. The Enigmas are all around us. I mean, they're not moving, but still. To hell with all these replicas. I'm looking for the original. Hey! Show your face already, you coward! I know you're not down here with all these fools. You had no reason to be involved in all this. You were made for the lost Akihabara Guildmaster after all. You were his AI. And with him out of the picture, that means you've got nothing left to do, I'm betting. Can't leave the deep web, so what else are you gonna do, huh? You got no choice but to wait. You can't just sit and wait forever. You have to do something. You have to chase after him. We can help you out, okay? We'll take over the search. We just need you to help out with this live stream first. You're the best at making things go viral. We need you. We need you if this stream's gonna be a successful one. I cannot refute any of what you say, Tindos. I'll keep drawing promotional images for the video thumbnail. Can never have too many of those. Can I hire Kuniyoshi? I just finished one more picture myself. Now if we could just get the shipping fanfic crew to help pass these out. Yeah, can I hire you both? Hello. Hey, it's been so long. Glad to hear you're okay. Listen, we need your help with a project we're working on. Really? So can you send your video equipment over to us? Fantastic. Yeah. Right to the shared space, please. Hey, Teach, is it possible for you to send over the rest of your students? We need a lot of help right now. We need something full screen for the end slate. What's that? Oh, yeah. Of course I want you to come too. Oh. Oh. Well, I'm glad I don't have to do an Itzama voice, but still. Arachne, is the avatar costume ready? Okay, beautiful. Can I have you send it straight to $10? Oh, that sounds like a wonderful concept. You aren't called the Akihabara fashionista for nothing. Send my thanks to Musa, Vivonian, and Kinara too, okay? Who? Who, and who? I'm trying to think who that would be, but I can't think of who that would be. I mean, one of them would have to be, I don't use him. That's why I don't know. That's why I can't remember his name. Be one of my Gehenna boys. But, I can't think of the other two. Okay, I've got all my contacts on board. Where's Akia Gungan, though? Oh, he left just a moment ago. Said he was headed out to search for the Guildmaster. Things are gonna be okay, aren't they? Tell me they are, Catoblepas. I heard about the stream, but I don't understand it all. Sounds like Brandon's in deep, though. There's no need to worry. As long as you can help us find the Guildmaster, everything's gonna be just fine. We promised to find him in exchange for the guy named Enigma's help. So we'd really appreciate yours, too. Yeah, I was kind of thinking, if you brought me in there, could use my sacred artifact, the Scout Realm. Huh? Uh-huh. I was thinking the same thing, actually. The deep web is connected to the app, so I figured your sacred artifact could come in really handy. We could use a Kia Gungan right now in IRL. We could use him IRL, if I'm being honest. When someone's gone under fire on the net, the flames of that controversy can flare up again just like that. That's exactly why I wanted to use your powers this time. I don't want you to contain the fire, but rather the opposite. What? So I wouldn't be containing it? That means... fanning the flames. I want you to spread the fire as much as possible so we can burn everything in sight. What? You can't be serious. Okay, I think I get where you're going with this. We'll probably be using the material you and I took together during the broadcast. But I want you to know, if things go wrong, you have to do your best to direct all the harm my way and only my way, okay? What? No way! Why would you even suggest something like that? You're my friend, Catoblepas. I could never let you take all the heat on your own. I'm always here to take some off your hands. I've had a lot of fun with you. Thank you, Kia Gungan. You need me for anything, you never hesitate to call. You got that? Right then. Time to do my part. Okay, so according to Leanne City, someone should be meeting me here any moment now. Sorry to keep you waiting. No way, man. Another Crow Tengu? Were you one of Lord Onomuchi's messengers? Oh, wait. He goes by a different name now down here. What was it again? Not Okuniyushi. Lord Daikoku, maybe? Sorry. I should introduce myself, right? I'm Kia Gungan, an avatar Lord Onomuchi. I've been looking for him forever. Starting to wonder if he's even in Tokyo at all, you know? Look, I've come here specifically to meet with you. Whether you come along with me or not is completely your decision. Huh? You're my contact? Well now, my guest seems to have gotten a little ahead of himself, hasn't he? Sorry about that. Anyway, time to make some time for the Tendanos. Clean, dirty, doesn't matter as long as you're always safe. Today we're going to be digging into a rumor that's been flooding the streets of Tokyo. You know what I'm talking about. And so, I'd like to formally introduce my special guest to today's show. Let's do this thing, Catoblepas! Must we have the horror $10? Hello again. I'm Catoblepas. I do cosplay in Akihabara. We should have most of Tokyo's eyes on us now. I'm still so scared. They just won't stop looking at me. I can feel their eyes drilling into my soul. But I'm not alone. This is nothing compared to what Brandon has been going through. Hey, can you hear me, Catoblepas? Yo, Catoblepas! It's normal to get nervous on your first live stream. No one's asking you to be a pro on the first go. An amateur is an amateur, and a pro's a pro. There's no need to overdo it. Me and editors will buy you some time. Just remember, nobody's watching this to judge you. They're watching what you've got to say. Just let it all out. Don't hold back. Say what needs to be said. We're rooting for you, dude. Just breathe. Everyone, as you all know, there have been rumors spreading throughout Tokyo concerning a certain individual. These rumors suggest that this person is to blame for all the incidences happening out late. But that individual is my friend. We haven't been friends for very long, to be honest. But we are friends. There's a lot I don't know about him yet, but I still want you to hear what I have to say. The bottom line is, it's just not possible for one single person to be the cause of all this city's problems. It's common sense. All you have to do is think logically, even for a moment, to realize how obvious the truth is. I want you to listen to what I have to say about the events in Tokyo and about Brandon. I know you all condemn him for what you think he did, but I have to set the record straight. So please, lend me your ears. Alright! That's our cue, Enigma! Let's make this stream go viral. Not just in the deep web, but up on the surface, too! Why would you leave? What purpose would it serve? Despite the one you sought to rescue showing you such hatred? Such malice? There's more to it than that. There's another reason. There must be. I just don't know what it is yet. I told you what's waiting beyond this haven. The royal representatives wish to do you harm. Yet despite knowing the danger that awaits, you still insist upon leaving? My friends are still fighting. I have to go help them. They need me. There's a lot I don't understand, but on that last point, we can agree. Why don't you understand the gravity of the situation? You are safe here, and only here. No, step aside, Fuxie. I'm leaving this place. If that's how it is to be, then you leave me no choice. I'll show you in detail just what awaits beyond this sanctuary. Once you know, I'm certain you'll change your tune. To put it simply, that which exists within you has expanded and flipped everything on its head. The Enigmas got their hands on the second fragment of Masanori and used that version of him to unlock your secrets. And with those secrets now laid bare, your own value has been drastically undermined.
だがこれが俺たちの家業というやつだ。
照らします
油断
やーやー照らしますやー
油断
照らします
ドロー
照らします
油断ですね。油断です。油断
照らします照らします照らします
油断ですね。
や
ではエスコートして差し上げます。しっかりついてきてくださいね。油断ですね。油断です。
ー照らしますや
油断です。
ー照らしますやーややー照らします
油断
照らします照らします
やれ
照らします照らし
ドロー
油断ですね。油断油断ですね。
やー大人の皆様、この僕にどうかついてこられませ。や
ゆ
ーや
油断ですね。
ー隔てなこの世の星を照らしなさい。これぞ単線心境。照らします発見したこの刀を持って始まり、そしてこれにて終わりを迎え。
油断ですね。
ドロー
油断ダメです。
引きこもります。
ほうバカ
主役の僕が負けるわけには。母上どこですか。母
油断です。
上照らします照らします
油断ですね。ではエスコートして差し上げます。しっかり油断
照らします
ドロー
油
任せ任せ言い足りません。
油断ですね。ではエスコートして差し上げます。油断ですね。油断ですね。
やれドロー
油断
任せバカ言い足りません。
油断ですね。油断ですね。
や
油断ですね。
れドロー
油断
任せ俺との別れが欲しいか。私は俺の家族に手出したやつらにふさわしい贈り物をくれてやれ。
Let me ask you one question. Could you feel Smokey God's earnest intent? He wanted to save you. He said as much again and again, but then it all changed. He came here to kill you. Do you understand why? By the time our battle took place, he had discarded all his thoughts and affections toward you. He tried to make excuses on account of the one within you known as Azura. But all that fell by the wayside in the end. You must never again forget who the world representatives are and the threat to you that they engender. They identify and exile those who they feel are proven threats to their societies. And emotions toward the exile run particularly high within the Invaders Guild, to which I belong. Take the representative of Sandayu, supreme ruler of the Great Plains, who banished his sworn friend, Jamuka. Or the representative of Kaitez, supreme ruler of the Great Tundra, who exiled the poetry-loving lord of the underworld, Veles. Or the representative of Shangri-La, who watched in silence as a traitorous former friend he called Azura fell to the realm of strife. These representatives have all seen someone they know within you, someone they've previously taken down. Their banishment of that someone is akin to a ritualistic sacrifice for the betterment of the worlds they represent. Each of their worlds is like an organism that struggles within itself for a single dominant will to embrace. And the world representatives carry that collective will, that belief upon their backs. That is why they are able to justify brutality on a grand scale. It is not for someone they've only just met, but for the idea that person represents, the idea you represent. That is what it means to be a representative and carry the burden of something so grand as a world and its faith. There is absolutely nothing that comes before this responsibility. No personal limits can compare. Most of this is not news to me. What point are you trying to make? The conditions for being the trophy require that you may not be a player within the game. The 23 souls within you are exiles from the 23 worlds, each notably lower in hierarchy than the world representatives. And the game we established because, when push comes to shove, it can be played anytime and in any way. But that assumption, that preconception, has been shattered now. Or rather, everyone has now become aware of its falsity. There is something else inside of you, though. Small but significant. What is it? What's inside of me? Who among you is asking, I wonder? The fact that we world representatives were ignorant of the truth is, frankly, not surprising in the least. We possess powers that stand at the pinnacle of our hierarchies. We can see the future, destroy societies, obliterate stars. You possess the powers of the 23 heroes, which makes you the natural enemy of us representatives. But there is something else as well. Something incomparable, small, and unique. It has not come from any of the 23 worlds, nor from this Tokyo. So the question becomes, from whence does it hail? We world representatives have mulled over this for a long time now. We originally believed it was only the 23 heroes banished to Tokyo who were manipulating the vessel that is your body. We considered someone else may be in the mix, but we were certain that if so, they ranked at the bottom of our hierarchies. But in this current loop, we had the opportunity to see your memories for the first time, and understood that we were wrong. Someone has chosen your body to be their vessel. This was not the will of the vessel, but another existence altogether. And this should not be. Smoky God said so as well. One does not choose the body into which they are born. It is an unprecedented occurrence to customize the vessel through which one interacts with the world. And one mustn't assume the 23 heroes had a say in the matter either, as no doubt each would choose their own original body given the option. So it can only be concluded that there is a will of a 24th within you, someone apart from the 23 worlds in Tokyo alike. This someone cannot fly, nor part the earth or the oceans, nor manipulate gravity. This being likely isn't even able to wield a sword under normal circumstances, let alone engage in battle. Ouch. But somehow, this being must be influencing your actions, telling you where to go and what to do. I ain't got that much control though. Even if only faintly, appearing now and again to direct the decisions you make. I have no clue from whence it has come, nor for what reason, but I can say this. This mysterious being that comes from not the 23 worlds, no, from Tokyo, stands firmly outside all known hierarchies. The world representatives would all be able to tell innately if you rank somewhere beneath them. They cannot allow for anyone or anything which threatens to quash their faiths or halt the continuity of their societies. In all of the loops thus far, the possibilities of such an existence had never once come to bear. But now that it has, the future is uncertain, and the only way to retain the status quo is to silence you. You are a danger that cannot be ignored. You threaten the very fabric of the 23 worlds. A world representative in particular certainly cannot look the other way. It is our duty to keep our world safe and secure. We can only put aside our personal qualms, take down the threat that we perceive, and banish it from our worlds. There is no longer any possibility of you returning once again to any of your homelands. You are an enemy to all world representatives. We will banish you time and again for as long as we must. So, you two, why haven't you turned against me? Ah, me? I thought you never asked. I couldn't care less about the continuation of the world. In my faith, that is but a trivial matter. Even should the world end or any number of people be erased, it is of no concern. The only thing I need is you, my dear sister. Merely living here together with my beloved little sister is enough for me. That's not what I was getting at. What happened with your sister exactly? Was she lower than you on the hierarchy? Did you perhaps abandon her? Ugh, we're going to be out of material soon. Is there anything more we can do to make a bigger impact? Huh? What's this? A tip from a viewer? Wait, is this for real? So you say Yatsufutsu had ties with your guild, and he wishes for me to find happiness despite being neither my true father nor my adoptive father. What relevance does that have? Did you truly come all this way just to deliver such a pointless message to me? Yeah, I guess I can't really expect you to take the words of someone you've never even met to heart. And it isn't exactly an earth-shattering message or anything. But it's kind of hypocritical to dismiss something like this so easily, and then go on and talk about final sacrifices and all that. What are you entertaining this sassy little girl for, Masanori? We should just crush them all and get this over with. I could obliterate her little skull with one swing of my giant mace, or my name isn't Volkseslav. Yeah, she's sassy. But she is my sassy student, and you are not to lay a finger upon her. Oh, do you wish to eat my mace instead? Well, be my guest, old man. You call yourself Volkseslav. It's a name I know all too well. I've fought with him numerous times in my homeland of Kaites, but you are not that same werewolf. Who are you? You're not who you claim to be, not in form or figure or finesse. So I ask you again, who are you? Well, I'd love to stay and see this touching teacher-student drama through to its climax. It's time for the final act. You are already caught within the spider's web. There's nothing left to do now but wait for your inevitable end. Spider's web, you say? Suits me just fine, since a spider's web has many holes through which a clever bug can escape. Your name was Ellie, right? Yeah, my thanks for buying us this much time. What? Your arm? What happened to your arm? Oh, that's right. I remember now just what made you such a cunning and remarkable foe, Sandayu. I was able to dig up some real juicy content for the viewers at home thanks to all this downtime. What? No. You couldn't have. Oh, but I did. I leaked all your little secrets to the open public through a handy little tool I like to call live stream. Answer me, Fuchsie. Or does it pain you too much to say? I'm leaving. Thanks for your concern. Goodbye. You stop right there. I'm not letting you get away from me again. I said don't move! All right. Last one. Defeat Fuchsie. Trying to think of the best idea for that, to pull that off. I'll try this. I am your older sibling. I was born before you. You came after me. You are second to me. In time, fate always took its course and the world always fell into ruin. We siblings would be the only ones who remained. I would gaze upon you and resolve to protect you. This was to become my purpose in life. My life itself. I could see into the future. I saw the future and all that it would bring. The world would be born anew and it would end anew. Again and again, I saw it all unfold. First in my visions and then in reality. I understood its patterns. Like the blinking of an eye. It's as if I were viewing all of creation and destruction through a macro lens. That is how the world and its wonders eventually fade into banality for me. There was no splendor anymore. Everything was sepia. You were the only exception, my sister. You were the only element I could never predict or understand. You were the only one who could move my heart. Is Catoblepas singling in on one particular viewer? I believe he is. And I suspect the guildmaster you want so desperately to meet will have something to say in response. I can't understand why to knows. In what way does this Catoblepas differ from me? I have always striven to provide the ultimate satisfaction to the singular person in my charge. So why? I'm not really sure how to explain it. Guess you can say it's kind of an enigma. So, someone else then. Not my real father, nor my adoptive father. Do you have some history with this Yatsufutsu? Not especially. I only spoke with him a few times. We just talked, but somehow that alone was enough. It stirred something within me. And that something is what motivated me to take action. You've always been the only one who could make my heart stir. Why don't you understand me? Why won't you just listen to your big brother? Why must you persistently go down to that world where everyone ridicules and despises you? Are you crying? No. No, 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 no. Why must you continue to suffer for the sake of a world that only seeks to harm you? Why must you run from me? I love you more than anyone in that world ever could. Why am I no good to you? I don't have all the answers, but my friends are calling for me. I have to go to them. I'm sorry. Don't you dare leave! Don't you dare leave me! Don't even think of defying the will of your big brother! There's nothing I wouldn't do for your love. No, wait, that's not what I wanted to say. The younger sibling must always obey the older sibling. No, that's not it either. Why? Why? Please! Don't leave me!
戦友よ、いざ最前線へと赴かん。荘園の彼方にて我が手と足と動きたまえよ。跳ね返せ、跳ね返せ、跳ね返 やんなかんよろしいやんなよろしいよろしい起動したドロー行くぞ俺が先行して活路を開く跳ね返せそっか当たれ炎上必至のその秘密ここで緊急生配信お前がずっと好きだったぜ高評価どうぞよろしくドロー跳ね返せグラスから溢れるほどのあなたの情愛ナンバーワンに上り詰めた私にふさわしい甘美な味わいです。
So much has happened since that fateful day when I first met Brandon. I never knew I could laugh and smile like that. I never knew I could get angry like that either. Where are you now? What are you doing there? Is my voice reaching you? The things you wanted to keep hidden have been exposed. I can only imagine how disheartened you must feel. Or maybe you're putting on a brave front, quivering under the weight of it all, but standing firm nonetheless. Maybe quaking in anger, but continuing to push forward anyway. Whatever may be the case, I'm sure there's more to it than I could ever really know. A lot more. But no matter how much I may say here, I feel like my words aren't quite going to reach all of you. Much like there's a part of me I never knew about, I'm convinced there's a part of you never knew about too. You have your own another within you, and I'm not sure how to address that part of you, which is very frustrating. No matter what I call it, no matter how much effort I exert, it won't be enough. But I want to reach that part of you so much. If you're finally able to grasp this other part of you, if you can just touch that another within you, and if you have what we're creating, and if what we're creating now can reach it, I want you to grab hold of it. I want the other that resides within you to have what we're making. If not now, then someday. You're a real one, Catoblepas. It's no use. No match for a world representative. Guess I'll have to use Double Dragon. Come on out, little salad! No. Let us put a stop to this farce now, before it's too late. It needn't come to this. I'll accept my loss here today, dear sister. Huh? But why? I no longer wish to stand idly by and watch you continue to get hurt. I finally understand what I must do. What I should have been doing all along. And I think I finally understand why it is that you left me. You were right. I've been looking down on you this entire time. Fuchsie? I should have said something sooner. I should have pleaded with you not to leave me, but I could never bring myself to. I was supposed to know everything about the world, after all. There shouldn't have been anything beyond my understanding. And yet, I never even fully understood it myself, did I? You must have realized it, how I looked down upon you so. That's why you left me. It's just so frustrating. Why do I have such trouble finding the right words? I never meant to look down on you. No, that's not it. However I may have seen you, my love for you never once faltered. No, that's not it either. I always loved you, dear sister. With all my heart, more than anyone else. I wanted so much to protect you from harm. Genuinely. That's what I always wanted. Yet, in the end, the one who hurt you the most was me. I'm so sorry. I want to address the other within that body. Can you hear me? Are my words getting through to you as well? I know you're in there, and I finally understand what a blessing it is that you are. I, who created this Bagua that delimits and classifies the fundamental elements of the world, Now finally understand. You are an additional and crucial keystone mixed in amongst those 23 heroes gathered together from so many disparate worlds. You represent something miraculously rare and singular. It is through Providence alone that I can speak with you. But this opportunity is no doubt a fleeting one. Before long, we will certainly part ways. You could leave this world at any time, in fact. You are not bound to it like the others are. Like I am. Yet you remain in this vessel, standing before me. Why? Perhaps you are driven by something which simply cannot be put into words. Much like the other 23 heroes within that body in that sense. But you are different from them. You do not possess the ability to manipulate space, gravity, or dreams. Perhaps you lament the fact that you cannot enact miracles like the 23 souls that share that body with you. But bear in mind, you exist outside of this world's hierarchy. You are not part of its system. You may be offering yourself to it for all I know, but you have not yet succumbed to its effects. And that's good. Because what you do have is far more precious than any of our so-called miracles. You just don't know it yet. You are from a world beyond the scope of my knowledge, where nothing is set in stone, where anything is possible. And I hope that in that world, in some capacity, you are smiling. And perhaps one day, we can smile there together. May we meet again. Somewhere, someday, somehow. Mephistopheles, I understand that you wanted to brief me on the recent chain of events. But surely you didn't just mean to have me show off my orb to the Rulemakers Guildmaster, did you? Of course not. The terms I have for victory are a bit different from those of the other representatives. You will very soon be playing an indispensable role in that. For the time being, I simply thought it best we deepen our bonds. Though that orb of yours will soon expose the grand contradiction in the system of this world, I dare say. I fear that you may be putting too much faith in me. Just what is it you are trying to do? Did I ever tell you the time I took part in a certain game with a certain omnipotent individual? The goal of the game was to serve, seduce, and corrupt an ordinary human. Oh God, I'm losing my Mephistopheles voice. Curious, isn't it? That an omnipotent being should even wish to play games at all, much less one so debased. Of course, I have no idea what their motivations actually were, but I do have my theories. I believe there are some intangible things even the omniscient don't know, and I believe this being was studying them. And that, I think, is this world system. It is the final contradiction. This game exists to find answers. This system is built around those in this world who are deemed valuable, those whose names hold some weight, those who represent that which the all-knowing cannot know. They are small and insignificant, but intriguing in their mystery. And though it is but my humble opinion, I feel those seemingly insignificant mortals may hold the key to a breakthrough. At this point, the spread of intel should have far outpaced all expectations, to the point of becoming problematic. I suspect the guildmasters of both the invaders and creators are busy putting out the fires now. Seeing as how this strategy will only prove viable up to a certain point in time, and that point is fast approaching. X day, the point in every loop wherein transients and app users in Tokyo finally outnumber ordinary citizens. The Invaders is one of the 3 true guilds have already accepted one of the Game Masters into its fold. And since the Game Masters have the ability to control memory, it is something of a given that the most current events will find themselves being conveniently forgotten. I suppose that was the revolutionary prodigy's plan all along. The Invaders Guildmaster has achieved his primary goal of exposing the trophy's memories to the representatives, after all. Which means there shouldn't be much further disturbance from them for the time being. Things should begin to calm down any moment now. All that's needed is to wait for the flames to be extinguished. I'm just playing D, on the reserve, waiting for my turn in the shadow of the other 3. But I'll show them. I'll show them that there's another answer in this game. Oh, morning, huh? Looks like we somehow managed to hold them off. Yeah. Good thing, too, because I'm as beat as they come. Thought we were done for back there. I think things are all wrapped up here now. So the big question is, what's next? I'm entrusting you to protect the target from afar at all costs, no matter how dire the circumstances or fearsome the foe. You may use any methods at your disposal, provided you can help ensure the target continues to lead a healthy student life. The job will last until I directly advise you of its termination, and you'll receive regular payments via wire transfer. Holy! That's a lot of zeros. Suffice it to say, I'm in. Let's be clear, however. You are not to abandon this assignment, even if you never hear a word from me again. I do have one question on that note. Say your payments suddenly stop coming in because you've run out of cash or something. I've retained wealth large enough to purchase 12 palaces and 10,000 monuments in Tokyo without losing a single figure. But I suppose after several thousand years, the money may run out. In that case, you may consider your job finished. I barely have enough energy to move even one finger. Yeah, that's the thing. What happened to Smokey God? I always thought you'd follow in my footsteps and accompany me on my journey. I'd hope you would escape the path of endless strife and find your way to the Pure Land with me. But it was not to be. We dwell in two separate worlds. You shall continue onward to a place I know nothing of. Makes me so sad, and yet so happy. But this shall not be our final parting. May our paths cross again somehow, someday, somewhere. Farewell, until we meet again in that eternal paradise. So, someone correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry. Hold on. So, correct me if I'm wrong here. Oh, and those that actually know the story can answer. Will probably be the only ones who can answer. Break never got his hands on Fuchsie or Smokey God's sacred artifact. Hey there! Sounds like you're a little out of sorts, Brandon, eh? You remember my voice, I trust? It's Sandayu, your new homeroom teacher. Got your number from your emergency contact file. Am I okay? And the rest of the class? Yeah, we're hanging in there. Don't you worry. A little bit of a hassle getting everybody to settle down after your ousting, but things died back down real quick. On that note, you've had quite an absence at this point. I trust you'll be coming back to class before too long, right? If you're worried, you know you can always come see me. I'll even accompany you to class if it'll make you feel better. I wonder what it was like for that Mononobe guy before me. Teaching sure is harder than people make it out to be, isn't it? Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Teaching can be more of a battle than actual battles. Never did I imagine you and I might commiserate about it, though. Oh, wait. Where did that Ellie girl run off to? She darted away the moment the battle was won. I tell you, these young kids have too much energy. It's impossible to keep up. You got your hands full as well, I see. You know, why don't we grab a drink before the trains start running? Oh, congratulations, everybody. We did it. I'm so tired, but I feel so accomplished. It's like when I stayed up all night writing that magic book. What say we throw ourselves a closing party after everyone else has gotten back, of course. Meaning we should probably plan it for another day and get some rest now. I'll coordinate with the others, though. Everyone, may I have your attention, please? City, what's up? I got this thing I need to do, so I have to go now. But when I get back, let's throw that closing party, and let's make it a big one. I'll be more than happy to do the producing. Just, wait for me before you do any party planning, if you would. Is that okay? Are you kidding, Leanne, today? Of course we will wait for you. Good luck with whatever it is you're doing. Thanks. I'll be back before you know it. Looks like I've come here specifically to meet with you. Whether you come along with me or not is completely your decision. Huh? You're my contact? Whoa now, hold the phone there, hot stuff. It's never a good idea to go around following strangers you only just met. You don't want to make the cops worry now, do you? Oh, God. No way! Another Crow Tengu? What's going on? You're so much older, too. Well, that's not very nice. You know, I could take on the two of you brats at the same time if I wanted. But I must say, this one does strikingly look like me when I was his age. Perhaps he's the one. See, there have been numerous reports of people seeing someone in Akihabara impersonating me as of late. I owe a debt of gratitude to the girl who brought this to my attention. You have my thanks, Leanne Side. What? You have mine, cute and scruffy officer, you. I'm glad I caught you in time, Akia Gogen. You mustn't follow that man under any circumstances. Well, Leanne Side, wait. You're the one who sent me here to meet with him, aren't you? I'm sorry I tried to trick you, but it's all over now. I made it in time to stop you, thankfully. It's true, this person has some connection with Daikoku. But if you should accompany him, you stand to lose who you are. Leanne City of the Entertainers. Is this a betrayal? Are you betraying me, Sanat Kumara of the Game Masters, despite our long history together? Perish that thought. How can I betray you after all, when you're not the Sanat Kumara I knew? The Sanat Kumara I know is clumsy and stubborn, but endlessly kind and shines like a diamond. You are not he. We've been partnered for so very long, that betrayal is the last thing I'd ever want to do. I just couldn't bring myself to believe that you changed. But it's written there in the but it's written in their name, the invaders. They invade the hearts of others and change them at their very core. So I reiterate, you are not the Sanat Kumara. You are not Sanat Kumara. You've just cloaked yourself in his shadow. I don't know the person you've become. But I want the Sanat Kumara I know back. Please give him back to me. I beg of you. Yeah, and that's a bombshell.